I said the word vagina like 18 fucking times last week. We could have turned into a drinking game.
We are particularly drunk for only a bottle and a half.
What is that?
Well, this is going to be a disaster show.
You do know you seem like the creepy one, right?
I'm not a pro at this. How long have we been recording?
Too long.
Welcome to All Wine Aside, a podcast where three girls talk about things around a bottle of wine. Because that's accurate, isn't it? Or two.
Can I say every time you say welcome to All Wine Aside, I expect you to say the show where everything's made up and the points don't matter.
I know. That also comes in my mind.
Every time I expect you to say that.
I am not Drew Carey. Whose line is it anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, God, the best show ever.
Nerds. So good.
My name's Izza, and we have Rox and Kim joining me in the fun. Hi, ladies. Hi. So, if you're interested in joining the conversation, you can join us on Instagram, Twitter. The conversation. Yeah. You could talk to us.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. On Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at All Wine Aside. We made it as easy as possible for you guys. It's all the same. You cannot make a mistake. Episode 2. Chin. She-bam.
I wasn't ready for that.
Oh, no. She was
Chin. You're like, oh, shit, leaving her hang.
So this podcast is officially a thing. Officially. We're doing this for reals, guys.
I had so much trouble talking last time. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Me too.
It was bad.
I just got really loud.
Okay, so given that I was a little tipsy last episode and couldn't speak for shit, before we officially begin episode 2, ladies, if you'll let me, I wanted to explain a little bit of the segments.
Sounds good.
Okay, so
pay attention.
Each episode will have a wine of the day, which we'll try to, do different ones every single time. They're both on their phones. I'm talking, and they're literally both on their phones.
I am opening our schedule so I can go along with you and organize.
Yeah, I was like, guys, I'm going to have an intro this time. Sure, I'll just be here on my social media.
Yeah, I'm just texting my boyfriend.
Okay. So each episode's going to have a wine of the day, which you could totally recommend if you guys love us and think that there's a wine that we should be trying out. Remember that we are in Quebec, and wine is very different here. As well as a quote of the day presented by Kim. She's going to do that. That's her job. We all know that quotes can be found everywhere online, right? We're big fans of Pinterest
or
here.
on t-shirts.
Or on t-shirts, clearly, because she's wearing a t-shirt. Kim's wearing a t-shirt.
I hope she's wearing a t-shirt.
I hope we're all wearing shirts.
I think you're missing a part of the information
right.
there. She's wearing a t-shirt with a quote.
It was clear in my head because we had the conversation prior to this podcast.
Fun fact of the day.
Oh, shit.
People can't read Izza's mind.
You're right. So some quotes are pretty good, but others really, really, really don't make sense. So we're going to share our favorites every week.
What else?
We're going to have personal catch-up time to talk about our weeks, followed by a main topic of the week. So every week, we're going to talk about one thing. We're going to try really hard to talk about one thing.
That's a nice attempt.
And after we finish yelling and laughing at each other, Roxy is going to share a in the news story of the week that she found and some very important events that you should attend around our lovely city of Montreal.
Exactly.
Right? Can't wait to hear tonight. And that's it. How about we start episode 2?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yay! So, Kimmy, what's this episode brought to you by?
Yep, I forgot. Okay. This episode is brought to you by No Drama Llama.
That I don't know what that means.
It doesn't mean anything. It just rhymes. So it's like
Oh,
saying,
is that what it is, you think?
I think so. I think it's like being like,
No
cool.
drama llama, like see you later, alligator.
Yeah, like cool pool.
Cool pool? What the hell?
I've never heard
you
this.
made that up.
No, of course I made it up. I was just like taking two words that rhyme together to make a saying.
Now you said on a podcast, everybody's going to be like, I'm totally using that now.
Cool pool.
Cool pool.
That's actually a summertime saying.
It's a summertime expression. I'm going to have a t-shirt made with it.
That's not the song. It's free your mind, and the rest will follow.
Well, actually, Summertime from Janis Joplin actually goes on that note.
Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking then. Let's just pretend.
It's more bluesy than that, but it's all good.
How does summertime?
No, it's all wrong. It's all wrong.
Okay,
let it
screw
go.
you guys. Okay, personal catch-up time. Who wants to go first?
I can go first because I'm short. I have two things.
You are short.
You're actually
You're taller than us.
The tallest out of all of us.
I'm gonna be short.
That's discriminatory.
First thing.
Yeah.
Yesterday, okay, I
You got married.
Spoiler alert.
She's crying now.
and you guys weren't invited. Yeah. So my boyfriend, I love him to death, but this is how. No wait, this is how disconnected he is from the internet. He's like, this P-interest thing, do you know it? I was like, P-interest? And then I'm looking at him and he's on Pinterest. And I'm like, oh my God.
P-interest?
P-interest.
What did he think the P stood for?
No idea. I just laughed at his ass
But
for
how
like,
did he read it? I mean, he knows words, right? He knows how words work. How does P-interest?
But isn't the P circled in the
only in the logo,
Yeah.
not in the word, though.
But he was probably looking at the logo.
Well, no, then he would just say, what's P?
Interest. No, but I mean the logo has the P that's circled and then it says interest. Doesn't
No,
it?
no, no.
The P
Oh.
doesn't look detached.
Maybe. While you talk, I'm going to check.
it doesn't matter. My poor boyfriend doesn't know what Pinterest is. I was like,
Did you tell him it's like the best website ever?
he's like, what is this thing? Because he's shopping for guitar. He landed on Pinterest with guitars, and then
Oh, yeah.
and then he's like, what is this P-interest?
That is so funny.
That's so funny.
That's such a boy thing to say, especially
know.
with Pinterest.
I know. I
No,
thought-
see, look, it's how a
Pinterest.
word works. It's Pinterest. There's no way you could read that P in. Oh, maybe. I'm just seeing it now. Anyways,
Doesn't matter. Pinterest has been around for years.
I'm trying to defend him.
Read it.
It's like someone that's saying, what's this fast book?
fast book.
Or how my mom says, a fat book.
Oh, she's so talking. The other thing is like something I wanted to share because underwears, okay?
Oh my God, where's this going?
No, I wear them and I'm so
Welcome to the club.
like, I'm not one of those like, I don't wear underwear, especially not in this weather.
Oh my God.
But I always wear lace underwears and my fingers keep going through the fucking lace.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because you pull it up
I
and
pull
it like
it up and it's like I'm pulling up fucking cement underwear
Yeah.
and my fingers go through them. They
too.
last me a week.
Me too.
The good thing, though, I've noticed is that when your fingers go through them at first until they get too big, the holes are kind of camouflaged in the lace. Like you
Yeah,
don't really
it's
see
true.
it too
It's
much.
true.
Yeah.
But then like today I pulled down my underwear and it's just like really the middle part and like holes. And I'm like, maybe I should throw these out, you know? And I feel like I'm throwing underwears out every week.
It happens to me too all the time. The best ones is the one that is a cotton lace blend
Yeah.
because the important parts are cotton and then just usually the outer.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But the outer that's lace, I still go through.
Yeah, me
Like,
too. But like she said, it's camouflaged. You're okay.
camouflages.
I don't want to make this a thing, but I do have a question about underwear.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys go through phases, and I'm talking about like weekly phases, where you'll be like, oh, today I'm wearing cotton. Does that happen to you? Because that happens to me like for real. Like I'll be like, you know, today I'm wearing cotton. I don't feel like dealing with like the lacy. Sometimes it's rough.
You know, the only time that I have that, it's when I'm having like
Periods or something?
no a yeast infection where I'm like, I
Oh.
need pure shit on my vagina.
Yeah.
You know?
If like stuff's like sensitive, I'm like I'd rather just like a pair of like cotton granny panties. But more often than not,
Wait, just because it's cotton doesn't mean it's granny panties.
No, but what I'm
Mine are
talking
nice.
about. No, but when I'm feeling for that comfort, I don't want any slippage into the bum crack. Like I want full bum coverage. So I
Right.
need granny panties.
Okay.
But most of the time it's either I'm wearing underwear or I don't leave my house that often. And at home I usually don't. You know what I mean? So like that's my comfort.
Okay.
Okay, I have something else actually talking about.
Okay, there you go. See, first, do you want to fill me up
I can do that and talk.
at the same time?
Yeah, but I'm not going through that fucking distiller whatever.
Oh, do it. I just bought a decanter.
But anyway, going back to the underwear.
Yes, please. Yes,
don't-
please. I don't know. What? Quick, please, quickly talk about underwear more.
I don't know about you guys, but we used to work at La Senza back in the day.
Oh, yes, we did. That's
And
where we met.
everybody was buying those tangas and G-strings and all of that. You know what? I bought like a whole bunch. And every time I wore them, I was like, something is missing on my butt.
For thongs, you mean?
It's not right. It's not right. And now I'm getting
What, like thongs?
Yeah, I can't.
Really? I can't wear underwear that just slip into my bum.
So you're just like, fuck it, I'm giving up the fight?
Let's just keep it in the bum.
I'd rather have a small piece of material in my bum than like what's supposed to be covering butt cheeks in my bum. That's a lot of material.
I'm sorry, my butt is way too big. It doesn't have the power to go all the way to my butt crack. It still goes on the butt.
For me, there's some that I can't stand, and there's some that are okay. Are we talking about this really? A thong is supposed to sit on top of your butt crack, not inside your butt crack. If it's inside your butt crack, you're wearing it wrong.
Or it's a string. The string goes in the butt crack. A thong is a little bit wider.
Right. But the wider ones are not supposed to be inside your butt.
It's impossible to see.
It is, but but that's how it's supposed to be worn. Because the only purpose of it, it's not to be sexy. The only purpose is because it doesn't show underwear lines when you're wearing pants. So it's supposed to be in the middle of your crack because that's where the dip happens. So there it doesn't matter, but it's not supposed to go inside because it's not hygienic.
I can't say like underwear is a complaint of mine on a daily basis that like I find it like too uncomfortable. Like I don't know. Like
you don't wear them enough.
I guess not.
Well, there you go. And also like those underwear lines, you know what? I'm fucking gonna live with my underwear lines for the rest of my life and I'm gonna be happy.
Oh, well, yeah.
And you know, guys are gonna look at my ass more because there are underwear lines, not because there aren't any. Please.
Really? Because you worked at La Senza, it doesn't bother you? Since I worked at La Senza, if you're not wearing the right underwear with the right shirt, it bothers the shit out of me.
It drives me nuts.
We have a friend.
You're talking about bras here, not underwear.
Bras and underwear. If you're wearing a skin, like, let's say, pencil skirt, the P's, pencil skirt, if there's underwear lines, like, it bothers me.
But even the thong is going to give you underwear line. Like, let's be real. No, unless you weigh 100 pounds and you're like super tight and the underwear is a perfect fit, there's going to be underwear lines.
I've actually bought thongs before that the band was completely elastic and super thick, so it really just laid on my skin. There was absolutely no indentation.
There's right underwear for everything. I mean, I don't recommend buying 500 pairs of underwear because you have 500 pants, but it does bother me. But only because I worked at La Senza and I know better. Otherwise, I don't care.
I have to disagree. Okay. I've seen girls skin-tight dress and they're like, okay, I'm looking for the perfect underwear for this. And they left with no underwear. This is no underwear is the way to go.
Remember?
You know?
Yes.
Remember when I was like, I'm not wearing underwear now. It's very uncomfortable.
You have to, though, sometimes. It bothers me, too, when you see the lines.
Yeah.
I'm too old to care.
Okay, let's move on.
You're the youngest out of all of us.
Yeah. Where does that put you guys? Come on.
Really
Stop
old.
caring. But I have to say, I do hate it when girls are wearing like a halter top, let's say, and they have the fucking
brush
straps.
Oh my God. Or the shirt that completely dips in the back and they have their bra strap in the middle.
Oh, see, that bothers me less.
Oh, that bothers. The shirt's not meant to be worn with a bra. If you have to wear a bra, don't wear that shirt.
No, but
I like that. That's
the
good.
face that she made was amazing. Or wear a bra that like is not a bra, as in like lacy, make it a little longer, like a halter top or
not
something
that has a hook in it.
Like something that's
with the tag hanging out the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. There's bras for that.
Or even I have one that's like just a clear plastic band in the back, so you kind of see it, but if you look fast.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
How about you? What's been going on with you?
It was my birthday.
Yesterday! Happy birthday! Shit, I was supposed to say that in the intro. I totally forgot.
That's okay. I said it.
It was your birthday yesterday.
It was yesterday. Well,
what do you mean?
Because people are listening to this on Friday, so it was last Sunday. And the fourth wall comes crashing
down again.
My birthday was last Sunday.
But they also don't know when your birthday is, so screw it. It was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Okay, let's say that. Easy to Google if they know your actual date. Actually date? Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Never mind.
So my birthday was yesterday.
Yay. How was that?
It was good. I had a weekend of doing things that I enjoy doing, which doesn't happen a lot when you're a mom. So it was good. I made homemade sushi for the first time.
I saw the story. I wanted to comment, then I was like, maybe it's creepy. I don't know.
Maybe it's creepy? I
don't know. On my own story.
You comment on your friends.
It was cool though.
Yeah, and actually was a lot easier than I thought. And absolutely delicious. I was so sure I was going to screw it up. But it was really easy, really good. And I've been eating sushi for the past 3 days because I bought way too much stuff.
Oh, okay.
Are sushi supposed to be good for 3 days?
We didn't use raw fish. We didn't want to use raw fish for the first time. So that's why we were able to do it for 3 days. We used smoked salmon and cooked shrimp instead.
Smoked salmon.
I always had a question about that. You're the professional smoked salmon person and you're a cook. So that's perfect place. Once it's defrozen? Defrosted, thank you.
Thawed out.
All words valid. What's the expiry date on that? Like, I'm sure it can't stay in the fridge for like 3 months.
No.
Wow. Okay. Perfect
No,
people.
but a few days. Like I'd say easily like 4 days. I think.
As opposed to like fish.
My mom has a 3-day rule with any food. After 3 days, it's in the garbage, no matter what it is.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I have
For
like
me-
7 days.
Me, it's 3 days if it involves meat. If it doesn't involve meat, it's 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if there's a lot of chemicals or sugar or oil in it, a week.
Okay.
For some reason,
Preservatives.
For some reason, though, for me, smoked salmon is different.
It's because smoked salmon isn't cooked.
It is cooked.
It's smoked.
Smoked is a form of cooking.
Yes, but it's
I
not
shouldn't have
cooked-
started this. I shouldn't have
It's
started this.
not cooked enough to kill all bacteria. 'Cause when you're pregnant, you're not supposed to eat it.
You're not supposed to eat raw salmon, but you can still eat.
No, you can't eat
smoked
anything
salmon.
that's quote unquote. You can't eat anything that's even cured, which means smoked, salted. You know what I mean?
Cured.
Yeah.
See, that's why I can't get pregnant. I can't drink. I can't eat smoked salmon. Fuck this shit.
Well, I know, but you're
not
obsessed with
pleasurable.
smoked salmon.
I love it so much. I eat it like at least once a week.
It's very delicious.
It's one of my favorite foods.
I buy it all the time, but it just ends up staying in the freezer. Like, I have a smoked salmon that's been there for like, I think 4 months.
Okay, can I leave with it?
Well, no, because now I want it. 'cause we're talking about it.
smoked salmon.
I'm like, I'm gonna do that smoked salmon real good.
Okay, so what else did you do? Happy birthday! You made sushi. That was
made
it?
sushi, and I saw the new Liam Neeson movie.
Cool.
What about you? What happened?
Oh, very short. I went jamming yesterday, which I've been doing quite regularly every Sunday. I said yesterday again, didn't I? Okay, Sunday. And just funny anecdote, we were playing a song and I was singing it and I really had to shit.
What'd you do?
I sang through it. I was pretty good about it.
You're such a professional.
I know, right?
Mais là, une envie de chier, là, ça.
I know, and I was smiling through it and everything. It was cool, but my stomach was like,
You don't think
come on, yo.
So what did you do? After the song was over, did you say
I
I need a...
pretended I needed a stool and I sat down.
Like, you didn't even go.
I went like at the end of the jam.
needed a stool?
Sample? No. No, but I felt like the only thing I kept thinking about while I was singing, and I was like, oh my God, this is really bad. It hurts. I was like, I have to mention it on the podcast.
I love that's the first thing that went through.
I
your
know,
mind.
right? So bad.
You know what? For the first time in my relationship, I had to kick my boyfriend out because I had to take a shit.
I do that
bad.
all the time.
That's when you have
No,
to
like
keep
out of
just
the
a job.
apartment.
But that was the first time.
Out of the apartment, because I do that.
Oh,
And-
no.
Oh,
I had
I'm-
to kick
I'm
him
weird.
out of the bathroom when I was like I can't hold it in and be all cute, like, oh, I have to poo. No. I was like, get the fuck out. Like, it's an emergency.
My bowels are gonna rip open.
No, I've kicked my boyfriends out of the house. I'm not gonna say a few times. Like, I think like twice.
You guys were retarded with poop. Like, your ex had to shower every time he pooped.
Oh no, not that guy. But yes, he
But
was
you've been
that guy.
in random situations
yeah.
with poop. It's never just like,
No, but I mean, like, if I have to just poo, we're talking about weird things in this episode.
We are underwear and poo.
Yeah. When I have to just poo normally, I understand that it's a human thing. It's fine. But if it's, let's say, it's bad, like, you know, it's going to be really bad and it's going to make all kinds of noise, you're out of the house. Like, I'm sorry. Just stand in the street. I don't give a shit what you do. But, literally. But no, I don't want you to hear it. I have trouble when people hear me pee, but that I deal with it, whatever. It's my own thing. But yeah, I kick guys out
But
before.
why don't you like put them in the living room with the TV on?
It's not the same.
but they can't hear.
Yeah, but you open the door and it kind of smells.
Poopery is
I was gonna, just the drop's still the best.
Otherwise, I went on a technically third date, but second date with Birdman.
Whoa, wait, I don't know about Birdman.
What do you mean? She talked about it last time. Oh, you were
The
drunk.
guy that liked the birds.
the pair of birds, and then one kept dying, so keeps on buying another
And you were
one.
like, maybe
yeah.
he murders him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went on a second/third date.
Why second/third?
I actually have something to say on that.
Yeah.
The conversation I don't remember.
But I have opinions.
Listening back though on the other episode, I said that my bird killed all of our other birds. That's not true. It was my brother's bird that killed all the other birds. Because if he hears it, he's gonna be like, "That's not true. It's my bird that killed all the other birds. It wasn't my bird.
You don't claim that shit.
It was his bird.
Yeah, that's seriously, that's wrong. What's wrong with your brother?
I know, right?
He didn't train his bird to do it.
Oh, there was a grudge there from like 40 years ago.
20 years ago.
Just kidding. Okay.
Sorry,
No.
continue.
So yeah, so second/third, because for a while I was like really busy for like an entire week. I was really busy and he was like, oh, let's do something, da, da, da. And I was like, not sure about it. So last Sunday, I had to do a bunch of driving around town for a few refugee families that I'm helping out. And I was like, listen, if you want to hang out, I have to do a lot of driving. You can come. And he was like, yeah, okay, sure. So he like joined into my.
So that was your date?
God. That was date number 2, technically, but it was just us driving around. Yes, please.
I'm no wonder that you're like single.
Why?
You go on dates with guys to drive around with you while you do like refugee shit. Well,
So
give
then-
him a fair chance. This poor guy.
Then we went at a bar. Okay, then we went at a bar.
On a separate day.
No, same day.
Okay,
Okay. I went to jam, and then I met him at a bar afterwards. So it was like technically 2nd/3rd date was the same day, just split up by a jam session because I had to go play music. Get it?
But where was he during this jam session?
Like, couldn't you just met him at the bar and give him a fair chance and not have the whole before jam session like taint you?
He wanted to do it. Like, it's not like I said, come with me. He said, like, can I come with you? I was like, okay, sure.
I would have been fuck no.
Why not?
You've seen this guy once.
Who cares?
Have your life. I don't know.
I'm helping refugee families. It's not like I'm fucking douching. Like, like, it's not a thing. We could talk in the car. It's the perfect place. It's just that we're not drinking. We're talking in the car the whole time. We're having fun. It's a date. It's the same thing. It's just that we're helping people. At the
Oh
same
no!
time.
Oh my god! I want to vomit.
Really? Do you think that's wrong too?
No, well, I mean, I think it's funny because you're like, "Oh, I'm busy. I gotta do shit. If you want to join, you can. But no,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
At least I invite people. Sorry.
I mean, you're asking this chick that's been with the same guy for like 20 years.
true. It's not a
Literally,
fair-
I'm your best advice right now.
You're right.
Don't do that shit. Just
Well, you know
go
what?
on a real date with a guy.
I'm going to throw it out to the listeners because you've been in a relationship for like a year. So it's not fair either. I think it's okay.
Oh my god, I've been in a relationship
I
for
would
like
do it.
7 months.
If a guy says, I'm doing this, do you want to join me? It's easy. Like, it's not work. I'm going to say easy work, but no. It's like, it's easy. We're just driving around. I'd be like, sure, I'll be in a car with you for, like, that's the perfect time to say,
That's the
do you
perfect
like them or-
occasion to get murdered in a fucking bush because you're in a car.
This guy is
yeah, but she's
He has
car.
birds that keeps on dying.
trying.
Well, it's the same thing, really.
So anyways, I think I was okay. I would have done it. So when I went to the bar, the guy, it's such a nowhere story, but it was funny to me. And I happened to mention the fact that I worked at McDonald's, which is one of my favorite jobs when I was 17. So he was like, oh, cool. You worked at McDonald's? That's cool. It's like, I was Ronald McDonald's personal assistant for like 3 years. And we toured across Canada.
Are you fucking shitting
okay,
me?
but no, like the Ronald McDonald, he's not alive. No. I'm googling this. There's no way he's still alive.
But
He's a kid.
There's one person that's hired to be Ronald McDonald.
One guy. That's what my first question was that's one person? He's like, yeah, it's one person. There's actually 2 Ronald McDonalds in case he's double booked. And I was like, wait. It's
like
I
Santa
have
Claus.
so many questions. You do not wait till date 3 to mention this shit. I was like, now I'm interested. Like, what? How does this happen?
Does that pay well?
To be Ronald McDonald?
No, to be the assistant.
Oh, well, he says that he got paid like quite a bit.
You know, McDonald's is like one of the best company, like the head office shit in
He gets
Dorval.
paid, the Ronald McDonald gets paid like 6 figures, apparently.
There's only
Well,
one.
fuck. I'll
a
be
thing.
Ronald McDonald.
She's
Just
searching
give me a gift.
and making faces.
Yeah, no, there seems to be only one at a time.
There is one at a
I
time.
didn't know this.
And do you want to hear the best part, which made
No,
me
but
go,
wait.
what?
There's one in Canada. There's one in the U.S. I'm assuming it's one per country.
It's not like some guy in a costume, which I thought that was the case the whole time. And he's like, wait, you were his personal assistant? Like, what did you do? Like,
But I mean, from a marketing standpoint, they are not advertising this enough.
I know. I was mesmerized by it. I had no idea.
But please
Okay.
confirm to me that it's only one per country.
yeah, no, sorry, this actually isn't true. So there seems to be like a main Ronald McDonald, but Wiki here is saying many people work full-time making appearances in the Ronald McDonald costume, visiting children in hospitals and attending regular events.
In case he's booked.
Many people, it says though.
So it's
in
not
case
just
they're booked.
one.
I don't think there's just one. I think there's
In
a main
Canada,
one. I think
There
it's
must
Santa.
be. There must be
I
like.
think it's per country. I didn't ask that. I should have asked that.
But for sure, if he as the personal assistant only traveled across the country, clearly there's only one per country.
You're completely right. And especially like, let's say if it's in Russia and he doesn't speak Russian, you know.
I mean, there are like fucking how many McDonald's in the world? Google that.
But he said
Like, it's
there's
impossible.
2. He said there's 2 in case he's double booked. The other one becomes like he goes to the other job. They'll never turn down a job. Do you want to hear another really cool fact about Ronald McDonald?
Sure, go.
Main Ronald McDonald is black.
I can believe that, actually.
I thought that was so cool. I was like, what?
What do you mean the main one though? Like the first one,
the
or the
Ronald
one right
McDonald,
now?
the Ronald McDonald, the one that gets paid six figures.
The one right now.
No, this was when he was like a kid. He probably like grew up now. He's probably a different guy by now. I wish
That guy was an excellent one.
I wish I remember what the name is because I saw his picture. And this was like when he was 18 years old, like from 18 to 3 years, 21. But I believe him. Like he was very serious about it. He told me about like his daily tasks. And it was like,
For sure it was this guy then, David Hussey.
let me see a picture.
There's no picture.
Oh,
So clearly, the guy you're dating is older than 30.
No, he's much younger than me.
Oh.
I date only younger people.
Oh my God.
Are you looking at the
I'm saying-
U.S. Ronald
listen,
McDonald?
Yeah,
the Canadian?
you might be looking at the wait. Twist up. Of all the things that you could lie about, you don't lie about being Ronald McDonald's personal assistant.
Okay,
I'm
but since
sorry.
1991, the guy who's played Ronald McDonald has been white.
That's probably in the States.
Welcome to
She's
the
probably right
Canadian
about the
Ronald McDonald.
whole
That's what I asked
Canadian
you,
country
yeah.
thing. I didn't ask that. I should have asked that. You're totally right. That's your marketing brag background.
I'm not Googling anymore.
I didn't ask that.
but,
And he did say that he traveled all over Canada specifically. So it might be a Canada-US thing.
Okay, let me look this up.
And you have to speak French, he said, and you have to say a few words in every language just in case people come across you. But he did say Canada.
Like a few words in every language of the world.
well, the popular ones like you know,
Spanish, Chinese.
yeah, Russian. You have to know like how to
Russian's
say.
popular for you?
It's pretty popular. Yeah, yeah.
How many people around you do you know that speak Russian?
I know a few.
You know Russians?
Yeah,
I don't know Russians. Are you okay?
debatable. She's laughing.
Good.
Okay. I thought she was like gonna like throw up or something. I was like, you're pregnant again, bitch.
No, it's just this. I don't know why this Ronald McDonald made me laugh.
Oh god, he's clearly Asian. He's clearly Asian.
Okay, but
You didn't want to be the one to say it, you bitch.
So like
He's gonna
so,
answer.
Yeah, so I think every country has
Okay,
their
but
own
this-
Ronald McDonald.
this is drag queen Ronald McDonald.
Oh, bitch, please.
But look at his lips.
I think that's cool.
Okay, my
That's
question:
cool.
Did you make out?
Cool is it like no in a quote?
No in a quote?
Like it's cool in a quote.
Oh.
Like it's cool. No, I did not make out, and I don't want to get into this, so let's not talk about it. But since the whole Me Too thing, guys have been much more or much less forward within reason. I understand it, and I, as a guy, would be very terrified about the whole thing. Like girls, sometimes they don't say no, but it means no. But I have not been
Ford.
yeah. I have not been forwarded to since the whole like thing.
And how do you feel about that?
But how do you feel about him? Are you gonna see him again? Because really, like après 2 and 3.5 dates, like
Listen, I don't want to say it on the podcast, but
clearly,
Mer. But it's not about him. It's just our characters don't. I'm very hyperactive. He's very mellow, like very metal. Metal? Talk about the wine.
Oh my god, I've been doing this 2 weeks in a row.
Can I just save it? Just like
2 weeks is.
2 weeks is.
I just said that.
What is the wine we're drinking today?
Oh, the wine we're drinking today is Lindemans Bin 65 Chardonnay.
I think it's Linman's.
Linman's?
So
Linman's?
The D silent?
Linman's.
a little bit.
Linman's.
Lindeman's.
But-
Lindeman's.
Yeah, but there's an E after the D. If there's no E after the D, I would agree with you. But if there's an E, the E after the D, doesn't that put emphasis on the D?
Lindemans.
Oh, maybe.
Lindemans?
Maybe you're right.
I don't know.
French people.
I didn't go to college. I don't know. Okay, so it's a Chardonnay. Wait. Oh,
How about this wine?
This wine has a light yellow gold color, floral with citrus and vanilla aromas,
Oh,
ripe fruit flavors,
smells like farts.
and a soft, clean finish.
I'm going to say this is one of my go-to wines because one, it's in Quebec anyways. It's like $10, $11. And it does great in the park I was gonna summer.
It's very nice.
I've often gone for this wine.
I
like
was
this
gonna
wine.
say every time I taste this wine, I automatically think about our times in the park. Like it just brings me back.
I often buy this wine for the park. So
It's very nice. It's good. It's a Chardonnay. I love Chardonnay.
It smells strong, but then it's a very clear finish. Because we know what we're talking about. I know. I heard you. I copied.
Oh. I was going to echo back the soft, clean finish.
I do agree with that.
All right.
you can now go ahead, my dear
This
friend.
week, I wanted to talk about weird things people believe. And this is, I don't know what you guys have, but this is away from the obvious aliens, ghosts, God, like, no offense.
You said that with so much depth.
Because I didn't want it to be like a thing, but it's a thing. I think that we could do a full episode about aliens or ghosts. I have a thing about ghosts that I recently discovered, and I'm very strongly think it's true. We could talk about it. We're not going to talk about it now.
Okay, we'll get into another time.
Another time when we
right.
could fully talk about ghosts. But so maybe like Halloween or maybe March 15th for the aliens thing.
What's March 15th?
What?
You'll see.
I'm scared.
So I found some weird things that people around the world believe in, and then you guys can chime in, comment. You have notes.
I have a lot of
love
notes.
it.
Look at
I
this.
love it. I have something that's like kind of for Kim.
Oh, for me specifically?
Specifically because you're a mom.
That
and
I am.
And I believe that maybe most moms believe in this, and I believed in this as well. Sugar rushes.
Okay.
Oh, they're fake.
So my mom does not believe in sugar rushes.
Okay.
She doesn't. She thinks they're made up. It's bullshit. It doesn't happen.
What do you believe?
I believe they do because I have witnessed my children eating a piece of cake and then losing their goddamn minds.
In a 1994 study in the Journal for Abnormal Child Psychology, no, the name, assembled a group of boys between the ages of 5 and 7, which is like very hyper. They say it's bullshit.
Really?
Yeah.
My mom will be very happy with that.
Yeah. They say that mothers said that they were behaviorally sensitive to sugar. Some of the children's mothers were told their sons had been giving a large dose of sugar, and that the rest were told their children were on a placebo group. In fact, all children were in a placebo group. So basically what happens is that the mothers with the sugar rush
Quote
group,
unquote.
quote unquote, said, oh yeah, clearly my child is more excited. They were more whatever, everything else.
But there was
and
no-
they weren't.
I like that. Okay.
And apparently there's a lot of myths about the sugar low, even like people that say like, oh, I'm low on sugar. I need to buy sugar. Unless you're on a diabetic.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
But for kids, you know what I think it is? I don't think it's the sugar itself. It's the excitement of eating bad food.
And I think that when a kid is eating cake or cookies, they tend to be in an environment. You're at a party.
That's
you're with their
exactly what it
friends, you're-
says.
yeah.
That's exactly what it says. Usually when you're around sugar is because it's a very excitable moment, like birthday parties or events or whatever it is. So the kid will be just naturally very excited.
That
So
makes
mothers will associate the sugar part to the excitement, but in fact it's
bullshit.
it's bullshit.
It's
there's no
psychological.
it doesn't happen. Your body just reacts the exact same way.
You just get fatter.
Yeah, pretty much. They say that sugar is really bad for you, but
Well, if you burn it off, not. But I think if like you eat sugar and just sit there and like let it form into fat, that's when it becomes fattening, right? Isn't that how it works?
That's
think
when
so.
you're like your new goal of life in life is to become the fattest person in the world, and you have like a husband that like feeds you. You know, like
no, but there's people out there like on YouTube.
the feeders.
Yeah, they're like
it's a real thing.
500-600 pounds. They just keep feeding, and people like it's like a fetish. So they watch them stuff their face.
They get married to like normal people, and the normal people will feed them until they achieve like a 1-ton goal. And you're like, really though? Just die before that.
Just die before that.
And I'm still single? Yeah, I'm just saying.
Imagine that.
Imagine what's wrong with you.
What does that say about you?
Imagine everything that's wrong with me, guys. Oh, boy. Next one on the list that I put is weird things people believe. Do you guys know about?
Please tell me it's urine therapy.
Urine
Oh my
therapy.
God, no. But I did put it at the end of the list as just a title because that's amazing. No, rumpology.
Oh no, I saw that.
What is it?
Rumpology is there's psychics out there that can tell you who you are just based on a picture of your ass.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
And no, but the worst is there are people that believe them.
Oh my God.
The main point of this whole thing is just that, like, yeah, they think every butt is unique and they're like looking at it and telling you who you are by your butt.
Yes. And I wrote in big black letters that it costs $125 to get a reading just by a digital photograph. You can send a picture of
Like
your
if
ass.
If like during the Christmas party, you sit on the photocopy machine and then you send that to yourself by email, you can send that.
Yeah.
And then she'll be like, oh, your
She'll
butt.
tell you exactly
your butt tells
who you
me
are.
You're in the finance department and your love life sucks and you should probably eat more broccoli.
Yes. No. That's But apparently this thing is like a thing.
It's like it's
people
picking up
know.
speed.
Yeah, people think that this is real. Just by checking out your ass, they'll tell your future.
People also think that the earth is flat.
Thank
So
you.
we can't
Which goes to my third thing
I really-
that says flat earthers.
I really can't wait to hear your theory.
It's not really a theory. It's
Okay,
just
I wanna just
I've
say
made
first
sense of why
that-
people think this.
All we do for this podcast is that we'll share a top idea of what we're going to talk about. And then if you have things to talk about, feel free. Let's do it. And she was like, flat earthers, please.
Because
I want to talk about it.
Because I recently saw a video and it answered my one question about flat earthers.
Which
Which was?
Well,
you had a question? Because I didn't.
I did.
I had so many
I
questions.
was like, just go and bury yourself and die.
No, you know what? Before you get into it, I was listening to the video
video.
and podcasts about it because I was curious.
I remember we discussed this while
Yes.
going to Burlington, and I was like, I cannot believe it.
They kind of got me. Then
Oh
they
my
lost me at a certain point. They lost me after a thing.
Because there's always one question they can't answer and they'll be like, well, I don't know. Or they change it. They trick us. They lie to I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
You could say that
That's
about
where they lost me too.
anything.
They lost me too.
You can't.
you
That's
guys-
not an answer.
Did you guys see that guy that was like 60 something and he was building his own rocket? That was like in early fall. And he was like, and he made the news and then he was supposed to
What
launch
happened
on
with
the
that?
Saturday and then it
What
just
happened?
got delayed and then we never heard about it again. Like
So it never
clearly-
happened?
No, of course not.
Or it happened and he was like, oh shit. I'm wrong.
No. If he would have gotten it, it got so much media coverage for sure.
We know.
People would have been there and see him fly to his death because realistically, that's what's
Okay,
gonna
so what's your theory?
No, I was going to say, in case anyone listening doesn't even know what a flat earther is, why don't
Please.
you explain first what the belief is, and then I will explain my theory on them.
Okay, you want to read it?
Yes, please. I'm like dying inside.
I wrote it
Oh
all
my God,
three-
please let me read it.
When I was sober, I wrote it. Oh, it's
We're
okay.
losing decanters.
We're losing the cantors. You could just read whatever I wrote. It's sober like writing.
Okay, according to the Flat Earth Society website, the world looks flat, the bottoms of clouds are flat, the movement of the sun. These are all example of your senses telling you that we do not live in a spherical, heliocentric world. So how do flat earthers explain why astronauts haven't noticed a pancake-like Earth? They maintain that space agencies are faking space travel and that the moon landing was a hoax.
I know.
And that the moon itself is fake.
Similarly, the reason that photos are easily manipulated and misleading, barrel distortion, camera quirks, and the sun's rounded spotlight can all create the false appearance of a curved horizon. But that's bullshit. Like when you're on a boat, you can see the earth is round. You see the top of the
curve.
buildings before you see
If
the
you're
earth.
in a plane, you see the curvature of the earth.
Obviously,
Yes.
like these guys are just fucking lunatics that haven't traveled. And by the way, might I add, I did a little like trip to Lake Placid like a year ago just to get out of Montreal with a friend. And we were at a bar with a whole bunch of Americans and we were talking and flirting because that's what we would do back then.
Sure.
And we were like, oh yeah, we're from Canada, blah, blah, blah. He's like, so you guys have a passport? I'm like, oh yeah, like fucking 80% of people have passports, you know?
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, you don't have a passport? And they were like, no, why would I travel anywhere? I live in the States.
Yes, most people in
Ignorance.
the States are, unfortunately, they think that way. There's a lot of people in the States that don't have passports.
So, yeah. And they have never left the United States. And I thought that was a tragedy. And they don't even realize it. Anyway,
They don't
flat earthers.
understand how much they're limiting themselves. Okay, so my theory on why flat earthers have to believe this, because the one question I always
Have
had,
to believe this?
Yes, because the one question I always had for flat earthers was, who fucking cares? If they are really lying to us to this point to make us believe the world drowned, maybe it's for a reason and we should just not care and go on with our fucking daily life. Because what does it change, right?
Oh, no,
okay.
Okay, but it's more of the flying factor. Like, why are you lying to us?
So my main question was why? Why do you have to feel so strongly about this? Why do you have to convince yourself the world is flat? So I was watching Vice. 10 questions you've always wanted to ask a flat earther.
I watched that
You
video.
watched it? Okay, so the last question, but does it matter if the earth is flat? And the man replies, the flat earther replies, absolutely. It is fundamental to our state of being. It is fundamental to our existence. If we said that they are right, the perpetrators of the life are correct, then we are absolutely and totally insignificant. We are a speck of dust in a soup of nothing, expanding into a massive infinite space of nothingness. Whereas the converse is that we are in an enclosed system, therefore we are it. So these people can't handle the fact that we are a speck in the middle of...
I.e. religion?
But
Right, but see, I'm not going to get into that because I believe we are a speck in the middle of nothing, but I also... Anyways, we're not going...
Okay.
We're not going to get into that. But they can't handle the fact that we are nothing. We are a speck in the middle of the galaxy.
But
they can't handle that. They need to feel significant.
All these pictures, astronomy pictures that we have of other constellations that are far, far, far away, they don't acknowledge that.
They're lying. It's for pretend. That's what they're saying. Anything they can't answer, they say they're lying. It's for pretend. They're making it up.
That's the thing that pisses me off about flat earthers. Because for a certain point, I was watching the videos and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to entertain you. Let's go. Teach me. Because when you travel to Asia or from America to Asia, you go on the opposite side. You don't go through all of the countries. You go through the ocean, right? Because it's shorter.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
You take the side that's shorter.
So if it's flat, that doesn't work.
Right.
Because Earth ends. You can't just go.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, but it's like, imagine Pac-Man. You know how in Pac-Man, when you're playing Pac-Man,
and you just reappear on the other side?
that's exactly how they lost me. And I was like, okay, you got me until Pac-Man. You can't just magically reappear from the opposite of an imaginary circle. Like, it doesn't happen.
They're convincing until they're like, it's magic.
Yeah.
But like, have none of these people ever listened to any like astronauts ever in their life?
Yeah, but they say like they're all like
Because
brainwashed and it's a thing. Like it's a whole thing.
I've translated a lot of stuff like it's not important, but I watch a lot of astronauts talk about when they went in space for the first time and all the other times that they went in space, and they're just like in marvel. They're it's unbelievable that we were able to get there and that we can see it and we see the moon and we see everything. Like, it's not just a video in the window.
One of my clients was an astronaut. Like these people.
Really?
No way.
Julie Payette.
No way.
Yeah, I've done her
you
hair a
did
handful of
Julie
times.
Payette's hair, and this is just now you say this.
I remember once even I finished applying her color and she was like, I have to go into your boss's office because I have to do a news interview with the CJAD or whatever, and she had to like run into the office with the color on her. Yeah. She was like a big client at La Coupe and I had done her hair a handful of times.
Oh my God. She was one of the girls that were talking about like what it was to go in space.
She's not lying, okay? She's been in space.
No, that's it. You know what I mean?
I couldn't even imagine.
And it's just like, you cannot speak so genuinely of a topic like this without having seen it and been there. Like, fuck, flat earthers are just like retarded. Anyway.
But you know, at the same time, as many as 18% of Americans believe that the Earth is the center of the universe.
I mean,
so you can tell right now.
I mean, 50% of Americans think America is the center of the universe.
That's true. The ego. Oh my God.
Yeah, it happens.
Sorry, USA.
Sorry.
Why would I have a passport?
Another thing.
We would have voted for Hillary, so.
Another weird thing that people believe in is animism. It's a religion that is believed that everything that you touch has a soul.
Oh, Jesus. Like,
Fuck me.
like this glass?
Honestly. I feel bad that I hurt somebody physically, like a person that's living. If everything around me had a soul,
Just kill yourself now at this point because you
I
hurt
would.
everything.
I would, because I'm hurting everything.
That means every
Like,
time you crawl into bed, you're hurting your sheets?
every time, maybe they want to
but like-
hug you. But if every time you're cooking, like
You're burning
everything
something.
Have you seen Sausage Party?
Yes, but I hate that movie. It's so bad.
It makes me not want to eat anything ever.
It's so bad.
Oh my God, I hate hippies already. I feel like these are like the epitome.
But this is like a thing. This was introduced by Edward Tyler in 1871.
also known as a guy that was trying to make money off of people. And it worked.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah, I guess. Animals, plants, rocks, rivers, weather systems, human handiwork, perhaps even words
Oh, fuck off. That's
are
what
animated and alive.
Like, fuck off. That has a soul.
Oh, yeah. But that's when he started.
I believe that though.
That's when he started to not have as much inspiration as he did in the beginning of the whole process.
a lot of
It's a
on
religion.
Wikipedia.
It's a cult. Fuck me. Fuck people. God, I hate people. Okay, move on.
Okay,
Next.
This is short. So when I mentioned before March,
Yeah.
about the whole alien thing. So there's a thing that's been happening since 1953 called World Contact Day.
They?
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 Hey, what
World
day
Contact
is it?
Day, March 15th, by an organization called International Flying Saucer Bureau, as a day in which all IFSB members would attempt to send a telepathic message into space. This is a thing, guys. This happens
So everyone-
every year.
Does everyone sit around in like a circle and hold hands and they try to do this? Or like, how does
No,
this
you
work?
have to do it like from your home. You have to stop and just think.
That's-
Is there a time?
Yeah, and I'm not sure, but I want you to read the message, Roxy, because I can't read for shit, and it's a long one, guys. Like you have to remember this, and it's bad.
That's the message you're supposed to send out?
Yeah, you're supposed to say this in your mind telepathically.
Calling occupants of interplanetary craft, calling occupants of interplanetary crafts that have been observing a planet Earth. We of IFSB wish to make contact with you. We are friends and would like to make an appearance here on Earth. Your presence before us will welcome to the most friendship. We will do it all in our power to promote mutual understanding between you people and the people of Earth. Please come in peace and help us in earthly problems. Give us some sign that you have received our message. Be responsible for creating a miracle here on planet to make up the ignorant ones to reality. Let us hear from you. We are your friends.
That's long. C'est long, longtemps, là.
You have to remember this by heart?
By heart.
And I'm sorry, any fucking aliens out there would be like, you guys couldn't have fucking shortened that? We have technology that blows yours away and you couldn't fucking find a way to put that into 5 words?
This is a thing, guys.
I have a thing. You know how we always expect the other beings in the universe to be smarter than us? What if we're the smartest ones?
Oh my God, help the fucking galaxy. If we're the intelligent ones,
True.
you know what? The Earth is flat. There is no one else, okay?
Yeah, anyways. Okay, moving on. So the
Moving
next one
on.
is, Kim, you would love this.
Oh,
There's a thing called mimetics.
go on. I have no idea
Thank
where
you.
you're going with this.
Okay, looking at grumpy cat, honey badger videos, and ridiculous photogenic guys, it's a thing, aren't just what you do when you waste time at work. Read it.
According to those who promote memetics, these and other memes are units of culture capable of evolving and self-replicating just like human genes.
What? Keep reading.
While we may casually say that a meme has taken a life of its own, those who value memetics take this notion seriously, asserting that ideas replicate for their own benefit and not for the sake of humans.
It's a thing.
So it's like saying that a meme has a being.
Has a being, yeah. And this is from the 70s.
You
Keep
told
reading.
me I would like this?
You were like, because you love memes.
I do like memes, but I don't think they have like a spirit of their own.
I know, but apparently it's a religion. Like, it's a thing.
I have found a new religion.
I know, right?
Memetics.
Okay, so Richard Dawkins in 1976 wrote in his book, The Selfish Gene, he argues that memes use human minds as a host and replicate or change as they jump from individual to individual. Their success in the culture largely depends on their host's willingness to contribute to their dissemination.
Okay, but wait. So in 1976, the word meme existed?
Yeah, it wasn't meme per se, but he harvests the idea of memes, saying that when you say a quote or something often enough and you make it popularized, it becomes a part of your being. It was a thing. I know, right?
This is getting a bit much.
People believe it.
What's next?
It's a thing. Some advocates even cite God as the ultimate meme. They don't deny that God exists, but they believe that he only exists in the form of an idea which has spread over thousands of years, in which has taken over in many forms and personality based on the mutation caused by a particular host. So based on
Technically what he's saying is the idea of God is only the idea of God based on what people are giving it.
Yes, which I believe as well, because it's like if the idea of God helps you in the long run, as in like, I think somebody's supporting me, so I'm not going to kill myself type thing.
And
like,
all the shit that's happening is for a reason.
And I'm going to move on because of it. Cool. But apparently it was invented way, 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 way before the whole internet thing.
And before like the cat videos and stuff.
Yeah, the cat videos.
Love cat videos.
But it's called memetics or memetics or whatever you want to call it.
It's probably memetics.
So that's it. I don't know.
You had stuff
I have
for
stuff.
weird beliefs. Go.
Yeah, we're done with you guys.
Yeah.
My turn. You guys are handing me the speaking stick.
Yeah.
I think it's a Caribbean belief because I think the first time I heard it was from my mother-in-law, but there's a superstition that you shouldn't cut your children's hair until they start to speak or their speech will be delayed.
Oh, come on.
I know, but that's the thing. Yeah, so often you'll see a lot of...
Yeah, but hold on a second. If you don't cut your hair, you're... Okay.
Yeah, so any kids who have their hair cut...
Where did your mind go there?
Where were you confused?
My eldest niece, my godchild, she had a lot of trouble speaking until she was like close to 4.
Probably because her parents cut her hair before she could talk.
I know, right? Right. It wasn't because we literally spoke 3 languages in the house constantly and she was confused, poor child.
No.
I have that same concern with my goddaughter who is 4 now. And I feel like every time, no, she speaks, but she still speaks like, nya, nya, nya. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's confused between French and English as well because she goes to an English daycare and my family speaks to her in French and I speak to her in English. So
That's
she's
a big
like,
deal.
what the fuck?
That you have to
Be patient.
not patient.
Yeah.
You have to be organized on how you speak to the children before they develop language because it's confusing. They have to figure a lot of shit.
There is a part where it does click.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then everything sets into
That's what I was
place
gonna
and
say.
it's better to just have it that
And
way.
my niece
Agreed.
spoke 3 languages that day. When it clicked,
A child who is spoken to in multiple languages will be delayed in their speech, but once they start speaking, they will be
It's
ahead
fine.
of everyone.
Okay.
I would much rather my child start speaking at 4 and speak 5 languages than speak at 1 and only be able to speak 1 their whole life.
Okay, moving on. Okay, go.
honestly, there's so many superstitions around the world that I couldn't include them in my list. It's like that one was particular.
way,
I was like, oh god.
Italians, shouldn't we like pass the year wearing red underwear?
Yes,
Isn't that a
and
thing?
eating grapes.
I was going to say eating grapes. I saw that on the list
You
too.
should be eating grapes and have and you know what?
It's
I
like
never,
1 per second, right?
That's hard. I never wore red underwear because I was like, oh, it's so stupid. But I had such a shit year last year.
That you did this year.
I totally consciously wore red underwear
Let's
this
see
year.
how it goes.
Let's see how
You know
it goes.
what?
But I didn't eat grapes.
I think this year is the only year I didn't wear red underwear.
You're breaking up.
I don't even.
But I've had shittier years before.
Shittier.
I don't even own red underwear. Red's not my color.
What?
Red's not my color.
Work at La Senza, man. You'll get all kinds of colors. Roxy.
My friend.
Hi. Hi. Can you?
Wow. That was like...
Oh, she's taking a selfie.
No, I'm just obsessing over the lack of my top lip.
Oh, God. Hey, is everybody doing Instagram stories right now? Because this should be one.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me get onto this.
I looked up a doctor for boobs today.
Did you really?
For boobs? Before
And?
lips? You don't need
Boobs
boobs.
before lips, yeah.
Boobs before lips?
I breastfed 2 children.
You should talk to my sister.
I should.
Because my sister has that problem.
She had a bad experience, though, eh?
Very bad.
I don't want to talk.
Very bad.
I know
She's
about all the
dealing
bad
with it.
experiences. I need to hear good experiences so I'm not scared. Thanks.
No problem. You're welcome.
Hold on.
Shabam.
That's a small operation, you
It's
know?
a very small operation.
It shouldn't cost more than $500.
Oh, like, first of all, they could probably do it while I'm awake. Okay? I've had a child removed from my uterus while I was awake. I'm pretty sure they can fix my lip.
Okay, you wanted something from me, I think.
I wanted to know the in the news story of the week.
Oh, yeah.
So excited.
We had a few good ones, and we had to...
At the beginning of the episode, I closed my ears and was singing, humming to myself because I did not want to hear.
We had to discuss.
So I'm just going to start off with the title.
Yeah.
Prize camels keep tradition alive in changing Saudi, but please no Botox.
Okay. What? Say that again.
The dromedaries paraded down a dusty racetrack as judges rated the size of their lips, cheeks, head, and knees. Crowds of men watched from the bleachers, hooting when the beasts representing their own tribe lopped down the track. So it's like a beauty contest.
But for men?
No.
Camels.
For camels.
Oh, camels. I missed that part. Okay. I was texting. Cool. What?
There was some naughty camels that got disqualified.
Oh.
Yeah, because a dozen beasts have been disqualified from this year's Saudi camel beauty contest because their handlers use Botox to make them more handsome. Because apparently
Fucking humans.
camels are more beautiful when they have big lips and big knees. I don't know.
Who doesn't? Check out her knees.
I can see that happening. Like, honestly. Big lips for a camel? Sure. Whatever.
Big knees?
I don't know about the knees.
Yeah, because then they can get all that bend in there.
Oh,
Those big knees.
But you know that a lot is changing in Saudi Arabia, right? Like women are going to be allowed to drive soon. Right. The prince is trying to make things more relevant, more modern. They say much is changing in Saudi Arabia. The country is getting its first movie theaters. Soon women will be permitted to drive. The authorities eventually hope to diversify the economy away from the oil that has been the lifeblood for decades, right?
Yeah.
But as they seek to transform the conservative kingdom, the Saudi authorities are trying to smooth the path for reform by emphasizing traditional aspects of their culture. And for the Bedouin of Arabia, nothing is more essential than the camel, used for centuries for food, transport, and as a war machine and companion. In case you guys didn't know, the race and shows competition, they have a combined purse of 213 million rials, which is the equivalent of $57 million. Camel competition.
I'm sorry. How much?
57 million US dollars, I'm assuming.
$57 million.
So you can buy a camel for less than 57 million. And then
I hope.
What's the going rate of camels these
For a
days?
camel?
and then you beautify it. Fucking
Eyelashes and fucking
braid their hair.
red lipstick. Let's go.
Yeah. And then you can make money with that shit if it has big enough lips, but naturally. And knees.
And knees.
But I feel like knees, you can like musculate it, you know?
No, it's
No.
illegal.
And knees,
Did you read your own
No, but
article?
you can muscle.
There's
it's like
no
you can,
muscle
like,
in your knees. It's cartilage and joints.
No, but there's those pockets, right? Qui sont enflés. Maybe if you just like punch the knee and it gets like bigger, then it's cool.
Pretty sure that's abuse. Pretty sure that's abuse.
Well, do you want to make up the money you spend for the camel or not?
You want to win or not? Beauty is
$57
pain.
million? Yeah, I would. I don't want to start shit, but I might abuse.
Okay, so there's this festival. Attendance is up to about a third of last year, which was about 300,000 people.
Okay.
Making an hour-and-a-half trip from Riyadh to the
Rehab?
Riyadh.
Because that would make more sense.
That would tie everything in together perfectly.
To Riyadh, to that beauty contest.
Spot, whatever.
Yeah, that a Camel Club board member, because there are such things in Saudi
a thing.
Arabia.
It's a thing.
This whole festival, there is a vision for it, and it wants it to become a global pioneering forum for all classes of people to come for entertainment, knowledge, and competition. You know, I'm just
abuse, whatever, no problem.
I'm just gonna say that for once, it's not women. Let's all be proud.
Yay! Camels. But no.
Let's objectify camels instead.
You know what? They
But the
have
lips,
not
though.
been objectied enough so far, so why not?
They walk through deserts and shit.
Can both women and men
Me?
Why do I become Southern when I talk? I don't know.
Can both women
The
and
drunker I get, the more I'm from Texas. I don't get it. Can both female and male camel participate in this contest?
Oh.
Can they?
I don't know.
I think so. I don't think it's objectified according to sex. I think it's just the race.
The race, the camel race.
That's so bad.
The race of camels.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Okay. Events? Much? Yes? Okay.
You want events? I got events.
Events. To participate in.
I have a lot for you, but they're going to go quickly.
You told me.
They're going to go quickly.
Okay,
the first one I have is a 2-day collage seminar with Alexandra. So this is this weekend. But for me, collage is just like putting.
I was going to say, isn't collage just sticking things on top of each other?
Like, what do you need a fucking
It has to be systematic, guys. It has to be
2
systematic.
2 days.
You need
a 2-day seminar.
You need 2 days to be able to like stick things together. And
No, you have to
On
think
top of
about
each
it
other.
first, and then you stick.
dude, still.
And we need a whole other day for drawing.
The rest of it,
Drawing?
you know, because it's like it's an intricate piece, right? Okay, I know you guys don't know about this, and maybe I should refer you to this class.
Please.
It's a dining etiquette workshop.
I need that.
I might need that too.
Yeah, a couple of glasses of wine and all my etiquette goes out the door.
That's happening this weekend.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Oh, forgery. Who's into forgery, guys?
As in forging things?
Forging like metal.
Oh, I thought you meant like, what do you think? You say forging my parents' signature in high school?
Illegal?
The art of forging your parents' signature to get out of school.
I used to do that too. Did you do that?
I mean,
no, I didn't have the guts to do that. My mom's signature was really hard too.
Oh, my family's signature was so
guys.
easy.
Okay, but what I'm talking about is like making yourself a bed. Do you guys want to make yourself a bed?
Sure.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Forgery. Like with
forgery.
metal.
Forgery,
Oh, making a bed, like physically a bed. I thought you meant like with your
a
sheets
bed.
making a bed.
No, like make the bed frame.
The frame. Okay.
Not the bed.
No, I don't want to do that.
Bed.
I've decided that's not
Really?
interesting to me. No.
I have a leather mask training.
Oh my god.
Are we talking like 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah, literally.
all right.
Literally. Well, you know what? This Earl Grey, whatever her name is.
Earl Grey.
She's a T.
What is her name? Something
Anastasia
Earl.
or something?
No, the
Yeah.
writer, guys. Come on.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that part of the
Something
book.
Earl.
E.L. James.
E.L. James.
You had a hard time with those
I don't know
letters.
where I got the Earl from, but
Well,
I guess it's
E.L. You
probably
put an A
Earl.
and an R between the E and the L. You got Earl.
What else?
That's it.
That's it? Okay. So is that the end of our show?
I think that sounds like the end of the show, guys.
Did we?
Well, wait.
Did we do that in like a decent amount of time?
No, we didn't. You want to follow us and get in touch? You can go to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at All One Aside. We made it easy for you guys. Just search for us. You will find us. You could also send us an email at alloneaside@gmail.com. I was waiting for her to make a comment because I didn't do the drunk at alloneaside.com.
Drunk at all wine inside is such a better email
I will do it.
address.
I will do it. I'll do it. If you're listening to this, I'm giving you a job. I would love for you guys to listen to this episode and take pictures, selfies of you guys listening to this episode. You could just hashtag all one aside on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We'll find you. Is that good?
Perfect.
Okay, good. Take a picture while listening to our podcast. Anything that you want us to drink, anything that you want us to talk about, it doesn't matter. Hashtag us. We'll check it every week, and then we will talk about it. That's all I have to
I mean, that's enough. I'm like hungry. I need to go eat.
I am super hungry.
Oh, I have so much food waiting for me at the house.
Do you really? What do you have to eat?
God,
And peace out.
stay sexy, guys. Whatever.
Hey, elle est tellement
Even
pas
if you're
motivée.
not sexy, you're still sexy. It's fine.
After 2 bottles of wine, everyone's sexy.
Hey, everyone sucks. I'll sleep with all of y'all.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, we're not going there?
That's
Okay.
very fast.
Okay, bye.
Bye.